Now, we've talked all summer long on this channel about Arsenal's defense, Arsenal defensive record, and some of the players I rate from that defense. However, it's been my mistake not to touch on probably one of the most stalwarted players in our team. A part of not only the best defense in the league, but probably one of our most consistent and reliable players all of the last, to be honest, 2 years. And that is Ben White. In this video, I'm here to shed light and give some praise to probably the fan base's favorite players, Ben White. So without further ado, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. If you like any of the Arsenal content on this channel, hit the subscribe button and join the family. I do Arsenal player reviews, player comparisons, fan interviews as well. All types of Arsenal content will be on this channel. So if you like that, like United States men's national team content, all of that will be on the channel down below. So I'll catch you guys next.
I'm really in my zone. All my niggas getting cheese like it's provolone. They ain't with us out the bottom, so they'll never know. Even through trial and error, gotta keep yourself composed. Feel like me, little bitch, I'm chasing all my dreams.
Arsenal signed Ben White from Brighton off the back of his impressive campaign for Brighton, which saw him play 39 times for the Seagulls. Just like this summer, where Arteta got Calafiori, even though we had the best defensive record in the Premier League, we went out there and splashed the cash, 50 million on a young Ben White, where we had the third best defensive record in the league. But why? A question many of us asked even at the time. Why do we sign a young Ben White when we have such a good defensive record? However, I think it was pretty obvious. Even though hindsight is 2020, we can now look back and say it was pretty obvious why we needed Ben White. With David Luiz leaving the club, and with the only backup we really had being Gabriel, Rob Holding, and Pablo Mari, it's pretty obvious why Mikel Arteta wanted Ben White. First of all, Arteta initially wanted Ben White to be his ball-playing centre-back, something we had issues with in the season prior, building out from the back. Now, if you guys remember, in this early generation of this Arteta squad, we had so much trouble building up from the back. So much so, it caused a lot of fans to be uneasy when the ball was at our centre-back's feet, especially even our goalkeeper's feet. Building out from the back was one of the biggest problems. But since Ben White came into the squad alongside Gabriel, to be honest, that issue has not really been there. His composure, range of passing, and physical nature made him the perfect signing for Mikel Arteta. In an article by Sky Sports in which they compared Ben White to other Arsenal centre-backs at the time, Ben White ranked third best in tackles, most interceptions, most dribbles per 90, most chances created per 90, and most forward pass percentage out of the 5. Not only did Ben White have the most dribbles from Arsenal centre-back at the time, it had the most dribbles completed by any central defender in the 2020-2021 season. Similar to another player I compare him to, Ricardo Calafiori, who ranked in the top 20 percentile for progressive carries and progressive carries into the final third. You're seeing me draw a lot of comparisons and a lot of parallels to Ben White and Ricardo Calafiori. And I think the signing of Ricardo Calafiori, when you start to look back at our history under Mikel Arteta, becomes more and more obvious as to why we got him. He's literally a left-hand side version of what we have in Ben White. Literally. White has since progressed to become one of the best right backs in world football over the last 2 seasons. Ben White played 51 games for Arsenal last season, playing a total of 4,086 minutes for the club, missing only 1 game all season. In fact, Ben White has only missed 1 matchday squad in the last 2 seasons, playing over 8,000 minutes for the club. Ladies and gentlemen, that is an impeccable record. Now, I don't know if I put it in the title or the thumbnail, but I said you will be surprised. And no doubt about it, when I saw this, I was actually surprised. I was actually in shock because I know Ben White has played a lot of games for Arsenal. I know he's been a stalwart in the team. But when you really think about it, Ben White has been literally our key player, and he's been playing 90 minutes all the last season. Anytime Ben White was in the squad, he's played almost 90 minutes every single time, proving he's probably one of our most key and our most reliable players in all of the squad in any position. Pound for pound, Ben White is probably our most reliable player in the squad. Now, even though reports came out about him playing through a knee injury, Ben White still fought through and played almost every single game for the Arsenal, scoring 4 goals and providing 5 assists to be one of the most influential players in the squad. Even the underlying stats back it up, showing that even despite the position change, Ben White's abilities have gone nowhere, ranking him in the top 15 percentile for passes attempted with 65 and pass completion with 84%. even ranking in the top 8 percentile for progressive passes per 90 with 5.8 per 90. Better numbers than right back who's mentioned in the Ballon d'Or conversation, Dani Carvajal. What makes White a fan favourite is really his hosiery, how he gets in players' heads, blocks the goalkeepers for corners, and even potentially being one of the strongest and probably most entertaining characters in the whole squad. Ben White has gone from an uncertain signing for Mikel Arteta to probably one of the first names in the team sheet. Reliable, strong, technically gifted, composed, White has not only been one of the most underrated players for Arsenal, but probably one of the most underrated players in world football. Ladies and gentlemen, in doing my research on this Ben White video, I just wanted to give Ben White some shine and some praise because I think what he's been doing for this club has been absolutely impressive. Not only has he went from becoming an impeccable ball-playing centre-back that transitioned us from that probably atrocious attacking side to watch during the COVID-19 season, but he's moved us from that into being an inverted right back who's absolutely one of the best in the world at doing it. Whether he's bombing down the right-hand channel to help Saka, or whether he's cutting inside to help Odegaard and Saka as well. That link-up play between Odegaard and Saka is nothing without Ben White. His runs in behind, his link-up play, and his defending has been absolutely key to this Arsenal squad. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about Ben White in the comment section down below. Is Ben White one of the most underrated players in world football? Or do you think he's perfectly rated? Or do you think he's overly rated? Because a lot of people do give Ben White a lot of high praises, saying that he's probably one of the best right backs in the world. I think he definitely is. I can't really name many quality world-class level right backs, but when you have a player out there who's playing 50 games a season, 4,000 minutes a season, and showing up for one of the best sides in world football, how can you deny a player like that? Putting the ball in the back of net, we see with 4 goals and also 5 assists to go along with it. And not to mention defensive, he's really good, and just a character as well. I mean, other opposition fans might not like him, but as an Arsenal fan, I think all of us love Ben White, just for every single quality he brings to this squad. So let me know in the comment section down below, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think he's underrated or overrated? Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Hit the like button if you like any of the Arsenal content on this channel, and hit the subscribe button if you want to join the family as well. And without further ado, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.